evening and welcome to the big news. A man have killed 22 people in a theater in New York and 50 people got seriously injured. 3 o'clock this afternoon, the man rushed into the Cherry Lane Theater and shot the innocent people during a theater performance. The staff heard the shots and called the police immediately. Luckily, the police got in time and arrested the man. The affected people was taken by ambulance to St. Francis Hospital. The police has so far not mentioned any comments. 7 teenage boys around 14 to 16 years old have abused a policeman in Philadelphia around 5 o'clock today. 2 of the boys have denied the crime and the other 5 boys have confessed. The youngest boy have also told that it all started as a small fight between the policeman and 2 of the boys, and then it led to an assault. 2 of the boys also managed to take the policeman's baton and beat him with it. A couple who were nearby heard the screams and noises and called 911. The policeman is in the hospital but will survive, and the investigation is so far unclear. We move forward to the sport news.
On the sports today, we had the one and only David Beckham on webcam from Paris. So please, David, tell us a little bit about your new contract with the PSG. It's a really good contract I got here. I will play with Zlatan Ibrahimovic from Sweden, and I will also earn lots of cash, which I think is really nice actually. So, what actually made you to make this choice instead of the 10 other choices you had? First of all, did I get enough cash for a new car every day? And also because I wanted to play with the famous Zlatan. I had always seen Zlatan as one of the most talented players of all time, and it's also because of that I want to play here. But this offer with PSG came up as late as yesterday, and when I heard about it, there was no doubt that I would take it. So what do you think about the rest of the team? The rest? There is no rest. There is me and it's Zlatan. The only one more we need is the goalie, but he doesn't have to play all the games, just a few of them. And if it was more players than Zlatan's in my team, the whole PSG would go into bankruptcy. So what do you really mean with that? Let me see. I will earn about $60 million a year, and Zlatan is earning somewhere between $17–18 million a year, and you know, the whole club would actually go into bankruptcy. Oh, I understand what you mean. You better do. I checked my bank account here and it's time for me to buy a daily car. Today I think it will be the new Lamborghini, and tomorrow I think I'll buy a Porsche. Ha! Sounds great, David. But what will happen with the model jobs now? Are you still going to work with the Swedish company H&M? And what will happen with the David Beckham collection? Yeah, I think so. You know, it's always good to get some extra cash on the bank account. But I will now have more focus on the football, or as you say in America, soccer. I'll be training 4 days a week and play 1 to 2 games. So the model jobs will come in third hand, I think. Okay, but what do you think about your new hometown, Paris? I've been here for 4 days now and I actually love it. My French maybe isn't so good, but I can say some tourist phrases and I think it would be a great time here with Zlatan. That's good to hear. What's the difference between your old club, LA Galaxy, and your new club, PSG? The most clearly difference you can see between the both clubs is that PSG is in another country and this is a better league to play in. I also think that PSG has started a new way to invest good players and also a good beginning on a new team. It sounds like you're going to get a great time there in Paris, David. So we here on the big news just wanted to wish you all luck and have a really good day. Thank you very much. You too.
Hello and welcome to the weather. This evening in New York City, it's quite cold and there's no wind, so the thermometer stops at the low 50s. In the southeast, it's in the low 70s, but unfortunately it's raining quite heavy. In the north area, of the U.S. It's snowing quite heavy with large snowflakes, and it's also calm winds, so it's around the mid-50s. On the west coast of the U.S., it's actually in the high 70s, and it's quite calm winds. It's the warmest part of the U.S. in the moment. Later this week, the temperature will rise quite much. The coldest area will probably be in the northeast, and it's in the low 70s, so it won't be that cold after all. In the south and west, the temperature will be quite high, in the mid-90s. Near us, it will be around 80 degrees. Finally, some warm weather. Over to science with Albert Einstein.
Today on Science News, the company Buzz Lightyear announced that they have finished the first prototype of the new spaceship, a spaceship that can travel 10 times the speed of light. They're going to put it to the test this year. They started this project in 1983. The company started this project because they want to be able to visit planets and galaxies far away. This is what the project leader said under an interview with him.
Thank you for taking time to do this interview. It's always fun to talk about our project.
Let's begin with the question, shall we?
Sure, let's go in.
Okay then, why did you start this project?
We started this project because we thought that if we ever find a planet that are similar to our own planet, we would be able to visit that planet even if it was far, far away.
How much have this project cost so far?
So far the project has cost $85 billion.
That's a hell lot of money.
Yeah.
How did you raise all the money?
We got all the money from sponsors such as Walmart and Microsoft.
When do you think you can visit the planets far away?
Hard to say, but if all the test goes right, then I would say that we will be able to visit other planets further away than ever in some years.
Where will the launch take place?
It will take place in Florida at Cape Canaveral Air Force Station. We will come out with more information about this later, and you will also be able to buy tickets so you can come and watch the launch.
And that's everything in Science News today. Back to you, Chloe.
Bye.
Thank you, Albert, and welcome to the entertainment. The hot British boy Harry Styles from One Direction has got engaged with soul singer Cher Lloyd. After they've been dating for a few years, they took the decision that they should get married. They first met on one of One Direction's concerts. She got called up on stage and they sang for her. Rumors say that they met after the concert and even exchanged numbers. The largest attraction on Earth will be built in Las Vegas. The attraction will take 1 minute and 20 seconds to ride. Of the information I got, this is a long ride and it includes lots of loops, and it will be called Fast Track. A trend within fashion is growing. It's now popular to wear wide jeans in different colors and patterns, and with a cute shirt upon that. Many teenage girls wear this trend with high heels. Lots of jewelry is popular to wear to it too. Apple has done it again. iPad mini was a top seller and I think everyone wanted one for Christmas. But now iPhone 6 has been released and it's selling like crazy. It's as thin as iPhone 5 but wider and also in many different colors. Over to the studio with food news.
Thank you, Chloe, and welcome to the food news. Today McDonald's presented their new offer on the menu, McTacos, which is a taco plate. McTacos has so far come out in every McDonald's restaurants throughout the United States. Starbucks is opening in Gateway Mall in Brooklyn by the end of next month, and the school meals in most schools in South Carolina have improved, according to a survey.
Good evening. Today we are going to show you the new Volvo XC60. About a week ago we traveled to Europe just to try this new car technology, And just as Volvo told us, it's a fast but eco-friendly car. Here comes the trip to Sweden. We're today standing here in the cold Sweden with the new Volvo. It's a new car with the latest technology, but that's not all. They say it will be the fastest eco-friendly car ever built. Let's start to check the inside of the car. As you can see, this car have the latest technology with flat screens here, one down here, one here, one here, and two behind the camera. And it also have the best speakers on the market. Just listen. But that's not all. We can't forget that it have seat belts in all the seats. So we have 2 here in the front and 3 in the back. And this car is really nice to drive long distances as well as short distances. And guys with long legs doesn't have to feel uncomfortable when they're driving, because the seats are really flexible. So one thing that many people feel when they buy a new car is that the car is expensive to drive and also too slow. But this car isn't like the others. It is the fastest eco-friendly car ever built, and it's the fastest car on snow. Earlier today we went out to the snow track and tested it, and we took it to the next level. And just after the first lap I realized that this car is built by a genius. Because if you come too fast into a curve, then the car will automatically change to a lower gear and then brake. This is one of the things that makes this car safe, fast and eco-friendly. The automatic brake system is made so you can turn it off, but if you do that, the whole eco-friendly system will not work as good. Therefore, you can then hold a faster speed into curves without braking or shift down to a lower gear. I think this is why I got in love with this car. But now it's time for me to hand over to Sarah in the studio. This is Howard Lee for the big news.
That's it for tonight, and we're back tomorrow morning. Have a nice evening.